successfully our Azure function, and now that is subscribed to the Azure Service Bus in the history subscription to receive the messages, and we are able to bind the output message into the Cosmos DB NoSQL. It's turned to publish the Azure function into the actual Azure Cloud. And for that, we're gonna use Visual Studio. So let's just right click, publish, and we click on publish to Azure, and we are gonna create a new function. The app service name that we're gonna use is gonna be the same Azure function app service. We're gonna create it in the subscription pay as we go. The resource name, we're gonna use the Microsoft for Azure. And Azure Functions needs to have a service plan we need to create a new one. Why? Because Azure Functions need to store information, logs, and more information into a database. And in this case, we need to create one. Let's use the basic by consumption. B1 region East, and let's just create this one. For the account type, we're just gonna need the local. We don't need to be redundant, and let's just create this one. The Azure function actually has 3 types of subscription. It has the consumption, app service, price calculator, let's go to the resource group. We create everything here. So I created the storage account, the app service plan, and the Azure function. And actually, I click it. It looks like it finished. Um, we just need to So we need to add the keys because as you know, in Azure Functions, the local the lookup settings JSON only works locally, and we need to add those variables in the Azure function. So the first step that we need to do is configure we need to add a new application setting, and first why we need to add this connection string. The connection string for the service bus, and the connection string for the Cosmos CV. Save this. We save the configuration. And let's make sure everything is working. So as you can see here, I stopped the Azure function from running locally. I'm gonna launch a new transaction for a deposit. Let's make a new 11 1. Let's send a new transaction, and we should be able to see it in the report page. Yeah, so we can see that the Azure function was deployed successfully, and we can check for new transactions in the database. Let's make a withdrawal for one. Let's check the report, and we can see that we have a withdrawal for the same amount that we just did. And excellent. We finished setting up this part.